Good morning, dear subscribers and visitors of Torque News YouTube channel. As I reported yesterday, there was a problem for Tesla water at Giga Berlin. This morning we're learning that this Tesla trouble is continuing because apparently water supply now is on the brink. Telepolis, German publication, reports that Water Association now questions the supply of the Tesla factory in Grünheide, Giga Berlin. Brandenburg state government is still hoping for the approval as soon as possible. So what is happening? Brandenburg's economic minister Jörg Steinbach, as I reported yesterday, is confident that the US electric car manufacturer Tesla will get approval for its factory in Grünheide this year. He says, I remain optimistic that it will happen this year, he said recently in the economic committee of the state parliament. If afterwards I was wrong by a small amount of time, then I'm unlucky, he said. Well, I've said many times in the past, I don't believe in luck. That's why I'm sensitive about these words, because as a Christian, I believe that nothing happens by chance. Everything has a meaning. So we're not happening anything by luck. So let's move on to this Tesla Giga Berlin's water issue. In fact, Tesla may not get approval as quickly as hoped because the water supply of the Giga Berlin's factory is on the brink, apparently. In a statement by the Strasbourg-Erkner Water Association, WSE, to the State Office for the Environment, LFU, on December 8, it says this: the drinking water supply for the Giga factory is not secured. The WSC, Strasbourg-Erkner Water Association, is scheduled to supply up to 1.4 million cubic meters of water for the operations of Tesla's Gigafactory. The association cites an ongoing legal process as a reason. That lawsuit is the reason. The environmental associations Grünliga and Naturschutzbund NABU Brandenburg have sued the Frankfurt Oder Administrative Court. The lawsuit concerns the increased water pumping in the Eggersdorf waterworks. According to the WSE, the Strasbourg-Erkner Water Association, the court announced that it wanted to examine the complaint not only in terms of form, but also in terms of content. It must be assumed that the permit will be declared unlawful. Now, negotiation date is postponed. That would have fatal consequences, not just for Tesla and Giga Berlin, but for the entire region if this goes on. Because in this case, the public water supply could also be at risk. This means that the prerequisites for the assurance of the drinking water requirement applied for by Tesla and for the fulfillment of the contractual agreement on the water management development of Tesla investment project are no longer met, says the letter to the state office from which the Märkische Oder Zeitung quotes, MOZ publication. I will have the references and links in the description of this video, so those of you who are interested can see, and you can use Google Translate to read them. The hearing was originally scheduled for December 10th, but because those involved still requested documents, the date had to be postponed. A new one is not yet known. That's why earlier, several days ago, I reported that the new deadline nobody knows. Steinbach was calm in the state parliament. He did not have any information that the approval process was in jeopardy, he said when asked by MPs. It is also wrong that the availability of water could endanger further industrial settlement in Brandenburg, the publication reports. Now, regarding Tesla Giga Berlin's problems, as if all those is not enough, there is another one. Transport disaster is also feared in the region. Giga Berlin's settlement by Tesla also occupied the state parliament's transport committee on Thursday. Left, Free Voters, and AfD doubted the country's transport plans. The left, for example, feared a transport policy disaster involving Tesla. Heavy goods traffic will increase significantly in the next few years and lead to major traffic jams. The spokesman for infrastructure policy of the left, Andreas Buttner, called for the focus to be directed to efficient bus transport and better bike paths. Philipp Zexman from Freewater said the Ministry of Transport is turning a blind eye to the real problems. So far, there is no solution for traffic on the motorways around Erkner and New Zittau. That is irresponsible. Rainer Genkle, State Secretary for Infrastructure, tried to allay fears that things could become chaotic on motorways, on highways, roads, and rails after the factory opened. He said, "I do not think there will be a traffic gridlock," he said, referring to Berlin Airport. There, too, there were similar fears, but they did not materialize. Tesla has now adjusted its planning to the new circumstances. According to the company, mass production at Tesla Giga Berlin will not start until next year. Serious production and the start of deliveries are no longer expected before the end of the year. Bernd Müller had written this story, friends, in Telepolis, in Heise Online. I will have the link in the description of this video. Well, let me know your thoughts. What do you think about all these developments? Let's continue the discussion in the comments section below. Do you think Tesla Giga Berlin will have the permit this year and will start the production of Model Y electric crossover this year? Or do you think Tesla will get the permit this year, start production next year because it will come close to December 31? Or do you think both the permit and mass production will start in January, February, or when? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, friends. This is Armen Harayan. Please subscribe to our channel at Torque News and visit us at torquenews.com for daily Tesla news. God bless you, everyone. Peace be with all of you on this beautiful weekend. And let's move on to our next Tesla story. This morning, there is a new situation around Tesla Giga Berlin. It is related to water, but not directly related to Giga Berlin. However, it will affect Giga Berlin's final production start. But the good news is that Minister of Economic Affairs and Energy Jörg Steinbach says he is optimistic that Tesla will start the production this year, but he says there are still some documents missing from Tesla. But he also says that will be a matter of days. Let me tell you all about this in details, friends. This is a very interesting development. This is Armen Harayan from torquenews.com. Welcome to our channel. Please subscribe to our channel. So what's happening? The lawsuit brought by environmental associations against the State Environment Agency because of the promotion of water could have consequences for producing regardless of approval from Tesla factory Giga Berlin. The Brandenburg Ministry of Economics, like I said, however, is optimistic. So what happened? The Frankfurt Administrative Court is currently dealing with a lawsuit brought by environmental associations against the State Environment Agency. The associations sued against an increase in the delivery rate at the Eggersdorf waterworks. A decision in favor of the plaintiffs could have an impact on the production of Tesla Giga Berlin in Grünheide. The Strasbourg-Erkner Water Association pumps a large part of its water in the Eggersdorf waterworks, 13 kilometers north of the Tesla Giga Berlin site. Around 3.8 million cubic meters come out of the ground there every year. The electric car maker Tesla needs about a third of that, 1.4 cubic meters. In 2020, the Brandenburg Environment Agency approved increased water abstraction in Eggersdorf. The Frankfurt court could completely withdraw the right to subsidize the water association in Eggersdorf, says the head of the Strasbourg-Erkner Water Association, Andre Bachler. He says, if we do not have any extraction rights, we cannot extract groundwater, have no raw water, cannot process it into drinking water, and we cannot pump it into the network from here either. If this lawsuit is successful, it can no longer be ensured that all requirements will be met, said Bachler. We are currently serving around 30 to 40% of our total needs from this version, and that would also affect the customers in the same order of magnitude, he said. The biggest customer, of course, is Tesla with Giga Berlin factory. A hearing scheduled for this week was postponed indefinitely by the Frankfurt Oder Administrative Court. The court expected further documents from environmental associations and the State Environmental Agency, it said in support of the statement. Depending on the outcome of the process, the water contract with Tesla Giga Berlin factory could then be broken. The municipalities of the Water Association and the state authorities would then have to reckon with high claims for damages, should the contract not be able to be fulfilled. You can assume that a major investment has been made, said water boss Bachler to the RBB on Thursday. Production in the new Tesla Giga Berlin factory should start before the end of the year if it were up to Tesla. The first electric cars are said to have rolled off the assembly line in Grünheide, but as part of the trial run and therefore not intended for sale. According to RBB information, RBB is Brandenburg's public radio, the current process of the environmental associations has no influence on a final approval for the start of production at Giga Berlin, which you know that is going to start with Model Y production. The Brandenburg state government is still convinced that the cars in Grünheide at Giga Berlin will still be built in 2021. Keep in mind, we only have like 20 days to go, as announced before. I remain optimistic that it will still work this year, says the RBB's State Minister for Economic Affairs and Energy, Jörg Steinbach from SPD party. There are still a few steps to be taken, including in evaluating the hearing, says Steinbach. He also says there are still some documents missing from Tesla, but that will be a matter of days, Steinbach said. Not only Tesla, but also various authorities have to submit statements on issues relating to water and emissions protection law. The State Environment Agency then has to evaluate the missing papers in order to be able to give the green light for Tesla Giga Berlin to go ahead with production. Well, friends, this is the situation. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? I think those papers maybe Tesla can quickly produce in a matter of days, and hopefully the permission will come today. But as I was yesterday reporting from Zeit's report, I think there was something that they said after the permission, Tesla has to wait 14 days to start production or start the production within 14 days. So if Tesla has to wait 14 days to start the production before December 31st, that means Tesla needs to get this final permit any day, like in the next 4 or 5 days. Well, let me know your thoughts. I would like to hear your thoughts, your comments in the comment section below. Give us thumbs up if you found this report helpful. God bless you, everyone. Peace be with all of you. And let's move on to our next Tesla story.